Hi, I'm the can of deodorant you conveniently left at home before you went to DragCon, Yvonnedeculo.
Too real. And I'm that DragCon goer that spends most of the day just staring at the half-naked boys, Jgluum.
What do you mean that's fact? And welcome to the Victory Lap, where we will be discussing the most recent episode of Season 10 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Hello everyone, we are reporting live, safe from DragCon. We are happy to report that we did not get blown up by Tyra Sanchez, but in a strange twist of events, her website seems to have gone away. But we are going to be talking about Drag Race today, not about Tyra.
I do want to shout out my brother who made this awesome shirt for me.
So this episode is entitled CHER, the Unauthorized Rusical. In the beginning, we are reminded that Monique left, which is such a bummer because, spoiler alert, Vixen actually went home in this episode, and I am curious if Vixen had gone home last week instead, if Monique had known her words, do you think that Monique could have pulled through this week? I really don't know.
I don't know either. This season is weird because it's not a season where I feel like it's really cut and dry who's gonna be doing well and who's not. I feel like as each episode goes on, we're kind of seeing that it's anybody's game.
So Monet thinks that she should have won the last challenge, which I find slightly amusing.
I feel like if she had presented something better on the runway, she would have had a better chance. But I think that Aquaria killed both the runway and the challenge in a way that made her the clear-cut winner of the episode.
So our mini challenge was called Slap Out of It. That was the
Slap
worst.
Out of It.
That was a horrible Cher. Are you a Cher fan?
So the Disney Channel late at night used to play music videos from like non-Disney musicians, and they always played the music video for Cher's Believe. And I would stay up late at night just to try to catch the music video for Believe because I loved it so much. I also blame Cher for turning me gay.
So here's what I know about Cher. I know that she believes in life after love. And I know that Jocelyn Fox asked her mother about abortion.
Did you know that Cher used to be married? I got you, babe. Did you know that Cher is mother of Chaz Bono?
I did know that. So if I were on RuPaul's Drag Race, I would have gone home this episode because I could not. So the mini challenge is they had to get the ish slapped out of them by RuPaul. And so they had to do like just a fun slap take after doing a fun line. And clearly Asia did the best in the group. I mean,
I really enjoyed Aquaria's, because they had to all say something to get Ru to slap them. I really loved Aquaria's little like, I was born in 1997.
Oh.
Or whatever
year it was. I wanted to slap her too. Special shout out to the Vixen saying Miss Vanjie. Again, we're in, what episode is this? Episode 8, and we're still saying Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie.
So then the main challenge is live singing. This is so challenging on multiple levels because one, live singing is already difficult, but then you have to impersonate somebody on top of that. And we already saw that Snatch Game wasn't good, so we know that these girls don't have a lot of impersonation skills. The thing that I'm really enjoying about this season is the focus on performing, and I appreciate that unlike past seasons where it's been a lot about like variety talents, I feel like this season has focused a lot about talents and like, you know, performing, and I like that they're finding ways to incorporate that. I really enjoy the Rusicals. I don't personally love live singing Rusicals.
I enjoy the pre-recorded Rusicals because they are pre-recorded. I would have preferred if they had pre-recorded the vocals and kind of polished them up like they did in the season 3 challenge. Live singing, it made sense in Adore, Bianca, and Courtney's season because Adore and Courtney had both done, you know, their respective countries' Idol run, and so that was like a thing. And so like part of me wonders if this challenge was like they already, you know, got the rights, the ideas, they already put all the money into it, and maybe
it was an unauthorized musical.
It was an unauthorized
so
musical,
who knows?
But like they had already put so much time and effort into putting it together, but it was actually meant for queens that had already been eliminated. But even then, there was nothing like even in the Adore, Bianca, Courtney situation, there were still roles where you could get away with just talking. The thing with this one is it's CHER. you have to sing it all, and it was all sung through. There were no just like sort of like, I'm gonna get away with just talking like Cher here.
It provides a good challenge, but then on the other hand, it's like, oh, it's so hard. And then they had to do choreography on top of it. And I just have to say, why was Todrick choreographing Beyonce dance moves? Why wasn't he choreographing more Cher-isms? And if the answer is, oh, well, Cher doesn't have a lot of dance moves, then why are the queens dancing? And then the other thing that just really bugs me about the rehearsal process is how Todrick acts so superior to them. And it's like, I don't know how long Todrick had to work on the choreography. Maybe he only had a couple hours. Maybe he had a couple weeks. But he had however long he had, I'm assuming it was longer than what the queens had, to come up with some choreography. And then he's expecting them to just get it in a couple hours and is talking down to them because they can't get it. And that's what a rehearsal's for. It's to make mistakes and to figure out how to do it, not to be like, okay, this is my first run through. I really need you to get this. And it's like, you need to pull back just a bit. At one point, you were a nobody, and if somebody had talked to you like this, you wouldn't have appreciated it. 2 cents in the hat. So in the actual challenge, who was your favorite?
Cameron and Monet.
Cameron was definitely my favorite because Cameron embodied, I feel like, what Cher is. Like, I don't know, not knowing much about her, I feel like he had her voice.
He did a fantastic job. He sang far better than I thought he was going to.
Oh yeah, Cameron was so impressive with singing.
If any of you follow Cameron on Instagram, did you see the pic Cameron posted of like a modern day Cher? It was...
The one.
Like,
the one.
Chad Michaels is sweating. And I really enjoyed Monet because Monet sang great. Monet has opera training.
Mm-hmm.
But then Monet also really camped it up with the Cher.
The Cher-isms were there.
Like, it was interesting to watch between the two of them because with Cameron, it was very much like actual Cher.
Mm-hmm.
Like real life, in your face, 70s Cher. And then Monet was very much like a drag queen doing Cher.
Yeah.
So it was good to see like those two ends of the spectrum,
mm-hmm.
and they were both excellent. I would give a tip of the hat and a nod to Ms. Cracker,
mm-hmm.
who I think had sort of the most unfair bit in the show.
Hers was more complicated than everybody else's, I think.
Hers was incredibly complicated with the microphone and the this and the that.
I thought Eureka really had the look down, but she definitely looked like she wanted to be anywhere else but on that stage. And it came out during the rehearsal process, and I feel like she was just the tiniest bit overhyped because I feel like the moment she stepped out, it was like, I can't wait to get off, I can't wait to get off, I can't wait to leave, I don't want to be here.
She warmed up into it, and by the end, she was serving me something. She was serving me some Cher, but the whole beginning part, you could just see it, like...
You could see the nerves.
And it was sad.
I felt bad for her, I definitely felt bad. I think we can both agree, though, that Asia and Vixen were the worst of the night.
It was really bad. Asia seemed very defeated in hers. The Vixen seemed like she was all gung-ho to perform as herself. Asia just felt very defeated the whole time. Like, it was very much Thorgia Stevie, where she had it in her head that like, she had the worst part, that she couldn't do anything with, and she just let that sort of
take over. And you can't let that take over when you're in a challenge. You have to just make the best of it.
Even if you did get a bum part, you gotta make it seem like it's the best part in the show. You have to find the strength to go on.
Look at Shangela and Alexis with their double win during that sci-fi challenge. The twin bots were not a winning role by any means.
They were side characters.
They were, and they made that character a winning character.
Yeah.
Then the runway assignment was glitterific, which is so open to interpretation. You can literally do whatever you want. And where I feel like a lot of the queens this season have gone for kind of more, not every queen has done it, but some queens have gone a little more basic on the assignments. I feel like with glitter, some of them went a little over the top in ways that I wasn't expecting.
A lot of times glitter and glitter fabrics do just look cheap.
Yeah.
So a lot of the queens went for more rhinestones and sequins.
Yeah.
For their
Which I mean, it's sparkly, it's glittery, so I mean,
yeah, it's one of those weird like, yes, that's technically glittery, but that's more sparkalicious than glitterific.
Yeah.
But we're gonna give it a pass because it looks better than sparkly clothes.
Contrasting to the actual main challenge, Asia and Vixen were actually my favorites. And the runway, because Vixen did something really unique with that glitter foam. It looked like glitter paper and it was super well constructed. It was very cool and very different. And then I really loved what Asia did with doing the clown. It looked fun. It looked really cool. I just wish it was a little more color blocking in the midsection area because it was all just so one color.
I wish it had just been more colorful. I actually really liked Monet Exchange's outfit.
It was very cool.
I liked it. It gave me a little, the headpiece in particular flashed me back to Sharon Needles a little bit.
Okay.
With her little rockabilly pompadour she had that was made out of glitter.
That was fun.
You know what I mean? But I think Monet's was probably my favorite.
Shout out to Christopher Palu. He was the Blood Orange, It's Red. It's that guy from Project Runway.
Yes.
He has made so many Drag Race Queens outfits, and I'm pretty sure that Eureka's outfit on the runway tonight was his because I recognized that diamond-shaped glitter piece on her dress, the same one that Alexis wore for her promo picture. And then Christopher also did the outfits for, I think it was Todrick's Into Oz video.
Oh.
Miss Cracker's ring that she had was really cool. And then like the barfing glitter, like I get it, but it's also kind of a stretch. It's one of those things that I had to look at it and be like, ugh, I don't quite understand where the logical leap went, and I feel like that's what held her back from a win, because I feel like Cracker did really great in the challenge, and I feel like if her runway had been just a little better.
But I'm very glad that Cameron did win.
It's about freaking time.
Yeah, I am very glad, and I really hope this doesn't mean she like goes home the next week or something, because then I'll cry.
I would be so upset. I've heard rumors that she breaks top 4. There's been so many challenges that she should have won, so I'm glad that she finally has a win under her belt. But I have a bad feeling that she's gonna kind of Naomi Smalls her way to top 3, and this will be her only win.
Well,
like, I just have a bad feeling about it. So Asia and Vixen have to lip sync, and they lip sync to Groove Is in the Heart, which is such a strange song to lip sync to. Can I just say that?
Hate that song.
I don't mind it as a concept. It's just really repetitive, and repetitive songs are not easy to lip sync to when you're trying to lip sync for your life. Just repetitive songs are hard to lip sync to. It's hard to keep interesting as a performer.
It's also a god-awful, obnoxious song.
I like the song. Sorry.
I don't like her voice in it.
Groove is in the heart. Groove is in the heart. So Vixen is out. And next week, I cannot honestly remember what the challenge was.
Oh, it's Breast World. It's an acting challenge. It's a team's acting challenge.
Team acting challenges are always the worst. And top 6 is always where we lose the fan favorite.
I have nothing.
Me too. So make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below about this episode. Make sure to come back and stick with us next week as we will be reviewing the next episode. Please don't be mean to the Vixen. I know that she was not the nicest contestant, but
she was extra, but she also started to kind of redeem herself and kind of start to reflect inward and address her inner saboteur.
She doesn't deserve any hate or anything.
No, no one does.
But thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all next week. Bye!
Bye!
Turn it off.